I first came upon Cambridge Crossing when I would drive over the Gilmore Bridge to or from my sister and cousin who live on boats in Constitution Marina. And I look at all these skyscrapers going up, not only in Cambridge Crossing, but in Boston itself. And I think, who's going to live in all these places? Who wants to live in such high density buildings of glass and steel? So I was very down on it, and I thought it's all going to end badly. It's just a bad use of money. And at some point I realized, I'm 59, this stuff isn't being built for me. It's being built for younger people, for a new generation. And I need to stop being such a sourpuss and get with the program. Anyway, so I've looked into it more. Oh, but before that, the things I really didn't like about it, and which still can be an issue, is on one side you have these railroad tracks, so you can't get in and out. On the other side you have Route 28, which is very busy. It's very intimidating for whether you're on a bike or walking or a car. It's just very anxiety producing. So on one end of it's that, and the other end is the Gilmore Bridge, and then there's a little park. But the Gilmore Bridge is really ugly concrete too, and busy. So the whole area is just all these skyscrapers to me, surrounded by Route 28, which is really ugly, congested, scary, the railroad train tracks, and then this bridge, which again is congested and ugly. So I didn't really see it be successful, but now that I've visited it and looked into it some more, I don't feel that's the case.
Please excuse the change of voice. Cambridge Crossing is a part of Cambridge formerly called North Point. It sits between Route 28 and the MBTA maintenance rail yard. This is what it should look like when it is fully developed. This is what the area looked like years ago. The land recently sold for around $300 million. This building was recently financed for around $450 million. Subtracting commercial space, I estimate it works out to at least $800,000 per residential unit. Harvard and MIT are roughly to the south of Cambridge Crossing. Here's Cambridge Crossing shown, looking from the west. And here, from the northwest, showing one complete building, JK, currently occupied by Philips. The satellite view shows Cambridge Crossing's relationship to Boston, MIT and Harvard. MIT is less than 2 miles away. Harvard is just a tad over 2 miles away. The area is roughly a triangle. Indeed, I would have called it the Cambridge Triangle, or the Triangle, for short. Here's a layout of the proposed buildings. At the current rate of development, construction should be finished in a couple of years. The lot to the left will be residential and the back parcel commercial. Another view of parcel I, which is residential and currently under construction.
Here DC and I are driving down Route 28 towards Cambridge Crossing. This is a bit further up. And here's where it really starts on the left, and you can see the green line being constructed, the new extension. It used to end on the right, the Lechmere, I don't know how you pronounce it. Anyway, you can see how wide 28 is, and how much it really separates Cambridge Crossing on the left from the rest of Cambridge. Here we make a left into the first street that we can. I don't remember the name. Ahead you can see the building that Philips is now in, and to the left of that you can see I think it's JK, JH, whatever. Anyway, it's a residential tower being built. And there's that restaurant. There's a low-slung building. We're going to make a right. You see another building in the background of the cranes being built. I believe the buildings on the right have already been there for a while. I don't know how long, but I don't think they're really truly part of the new Cambridge Crossing development. And so we head down this street. So when I looked at photos of the area in the beginning, I thought, the park is probably pretty small, and they're cheating it, but they're not. I mean, it is really big. So I was definitely very pleasantly surprised at the amount of space between these buildings, or the amount of space of that park, and how nice that park is, even in covered in the snow on a very cold day. We're coming up to the Gilmore Bridge now, and that uh, separates Cambridge Crossing. If you went straight down here, you'd get to the mouth of the Charles River and the bay. I don't know exactly where, but you'd hit the water and the park down there. This is really the only way you can get under the Gilmore Bridge. The rest is pretty blocked. But I could see, that other space being used in the future. This building, I think, has been here for a while, 5 or 6 years or something. Again, I don't know. Um, and there on the right, you see the main construction of the new Cambridge crossing going up, and in front is the building occupied by Phillips again, and on the right there we see those trailers. That parcel will be developed too, so it's sort of really nice and open there. But as that building in the front and that building and these properties on the right get developed, it is going to get a lot more congested and the light will be cut. Um, anyway, we're um, about to park now in front of um, the Phillips building. I took a bunch of footage, but it's not great. So I'm going to take some more later. This is I'm taking a Google map, and I'm basically flying from Cambridge Crossing over to MIT. So basically, you're moving to the west, and you can see just how uh, polyglot, I don't know what the word is, but how diverse Cambridge is. So all buildings of all types. It's actually what I really love about Cambridge. And this is MIT, and there you can see its fields. And now I've just raised high just so you can see. On the top left is MIT, and the bottom right is Cambridge Crossing. Again, top left, MIT, bottom right is Cambridge Crossing. And now we're going to go to Harvard. So moving over to the left from Cambridge Crossing, and now we're going to move all the way up Cambridge Street. Great name, right? As you can see, Cambridge Street is like an exact straight line from Harvard to Cambridge Crossing. It's about 2 miles, 2.2 miles. And then moving over a little bit to the left so you can really see the Harvard quad there. And there you have it. Cambridge Crossing is very close to both MIT and Harvard.